Well, got a topic today that is extremely important. The wisdom that I've had around the way in which you practice, the way in which you invest in certain things will ultimately result in the level of performance that you have. Was listening to Jeremy Miner the other day. I like the guy. I like Jeremy Miner, but I have watched a couple of videos of him doing door knocking and his approach. Um, I don't know if it's as strong as his claims, but obviously he made a bunch of money. I looked him up, did some research. He was definitely a top contender. But one of the perspectives that he has is like, a lot of people get frustrated with their results, and then when he talks to them or digs into how much they invest in themselves, specifically in sales, and this will translate to really any skill set that you are investing in. They're more dabblers than they are in the pursuit of mastery. So and again, like, it hit me hard because I've been in sales since I was 16 years old in a variety of industries, and I find myself to be, in comparison to most, I'm a great salesperson. I just am. I've generated millions and millions and millions of dollars over the years for myself and the people that I work with, uh, and in my own company. But when he put it in that perspective, I'm like, man, I'm really a dabbler. Like, I listen to the podcasts. I do my own training. I dig into like softwares and things like that. But I really haven't went all in with any like intensive trainings as much as I would like to. I've done some, but it's been years since I've really been in like an intensive course or anything like that. And I thought, that's true, right? You look at your results and you go, man, why am I not succeeding the way that I want to? And you have to really look at how much you're investing in it. And it brings me to a quote that I used to hear from one of my defensive back coaches in high school, no, actually in middle school. And I cannot remember the coach's name, but he told this story of this lineman that would always push him when he first started. And I can't remember what university he went to, but he was a defensive back in college, and he started as a freshman. And this big lineman would always come up to him and say, "Run through the line, little freshman." And he didn't know what he was talking about. He kept saying it and saying it over the years. And one day he just said, "Why do you keep saying run through the line, little freshman?" And the guy basically said to him, like, "Hey, let me ask you a question. Do you feel like the results that you've gotten so far this year are of your highest potential?" And he said, "No." But he said, I'll never be satisfied with that." He said, "Yeah, so why are you satisfied slowing down before you get through the line?" And he thought about that, and it really hit him because I basically said, if you train only within 5 feet of the line, then your performance will mimic that. Your level of investment in your training is what will lead to the results that you get. So if you're always slowing down before the finish line, and so like in this perspective, run through the line, little freshman, is when you run, a 10-yard or a 40-yard or a 100-yard sprint, and you start slowing down before the finish line, you're going to slow down before the finish line in any engagement that you have relative to your skill set. So if you really want to get better results, you have to run through the line, little freshman. So train as if, and you have to give everything that you have every single time if you want to grow, if you want to achieve greater results than you're currently getting. So the question today is, are you really able to expect certain results if your training is only so far? If your training is short of all the way through the line, little freshman? Are you training up to the point that should get you the results that you are frustrated that you're not getting? Take a look at yourself and the level of investment that you're giving in any skill set that you have, and then really give yourself an equitable comparison of your efforts versus your result. Everyone works hard one way or another. That's a mental perspective. But are you really training at the level that would get you the results that you are expecting of yourself? Stay live, guys.